Welcome to today's game between the Dubuque Junior Saints and the Ames Cyclones. Got the JV match coming up. Saints will start with Stoll and net, Spangler and Kretz on defense, and Ross, Ruiz, and Deutsch. Puck's down, and we're on the way. Ames plays it down. It's going to be on net to Stoll. Just wide for an icing. Puck's down. Ames has it. Played back to the near side. Held in by Spike. Nope, just squirts out. Knocked back in. Ruiz will chase. Pinned in the corner there. Deutsch comes in to help out. Deutsch walks behind the net. Kicks it back up to Spangler. Spangler over to Beshin. Beshin doesn't quite get all of it. Nico throws it at the net. Up on the near board. Sweeney's in. Ross knocks it down. Comes out of the zone. Back to Beshin. Beshin carries it back in. Leaves it for Sweeney. Sweeney tries to center. It's tipped out there. Mesrich gets it, gives it back to Sweeney, who fires it into the ref. They won't be happy about that. Ruiz gets it deep. Mesrich will chase. Ruiz out to Henry. Can't quite hold it in. Back to center ice. Sweeney's got it there. He'll walk it to the middle. Leave it for Sammy. Sammy gives it back to Sweeney. Blocked. Shot blocked. Chipped up the near boards. Henry back to Beshin. Beshin off to the far side. Mesrich loses an edge. Helps him hold the puck in. Ames has got it now. They'll bring it up the middle. Off to the far side. Into the zone. Lost there. Sweeney and Mesrich come down. 2-on-1. Sweeney shot. Saved. Liam Henry's got it now. Top of the circle. Shot towards the net. Just wide. Beshin shot. Saved. And we'll get a whistle. Looks like Wes Carl in net for the Ames Cyclones today. Pucks it down into the corner. That's Jackson Heacock over to get it. He'll play it back to Kleesner. Kleesner shot on net. Saved by Carl. Puck's down. Netherly wins it, but Ames quickly steals. Sheehy on the near side. Kleesner back to Cruiser. It's played around the back of the net. Netherly will go in, put the body on him. He can't quite hold it in at the blue line. He'll go back and regroup. Plays it in front of his own net, or own bench. In deep, Sheehy to forecheck. They get around him twice. Off to the far corner. Played towards the net. Defenseman's got it there. They'll play it off the near boards. Spangler manages to hold it in. Kick back out. And we're going to get icing. Puck's down. Spangler's got it. She'll play it down to the corner. Michael Poles will battle for it there. Wrapped around the back of the net. Back to the near corner. Poles has got it there. Kretz will dump it back in. Everyone will clear. Played behind the net by Carl. Centered by Mueller. Spangler manages to hold it in. Knocked down behind the net. Down to the far corner. Michael Poles has got it there. He'll try and chip it in. Ross with a shot. Another shot off the back of the net. And we'll clear the zone. Spangler's got it now. She'll process it up the near side. Lots of open ice. Throws it to the middle. No one there. They dangle around Ross. Down to the near corner. Kretz has got it behind the net. He's bringing it up. Long pass to Sweeney, who's offsides. And Ames counters right up the middle. Shot on net, saved by Stoll. That'll get a whistle. Welcome to the game, Colton. Puck's down. Buke has it. They'll play it off the near boards. Mesritz has got it. Sweeney takes it on the far side. Dumps it down in. Sammy Ruiz now battling for it on the near board. He's got it there. Walks behind the net. Kicks it out in front. No one home. Liam Henry holds it in. Momentarily. Now Ames has got it. They'll fire it across the ice. Long pass goes unconnected for an icing. Netherly steps in for the faceoff. He's got it. Back to Henry. Henry over to Beshin. Beshin off to Nico Ruiz. And play it around to the far side. That's Henry there. Walks it down the wall. Nico with the steal. Walks it back up the wall towards Henry. Leaves it there. Henry walks it back down. Loses it in the middle. And Ames will counter. A little bit of an opportunity here. Knocked out by the defense. Right into the skates of Beshin, who's got it. He'll play it up to Nico. Kicks it ahead. It's Corbin Deutsch. Hits the brakes. Waits for his team to regroup. Sends it over to Henry. Henry fires it to the net. Saved by Carl. Deutsch has got it now on the goal line. Walks it around the back of the net. Feeds it over to Cruiser. Cruiser puts it on net. Saved by Carl. Kick to the corner. Sheehy's got it behind the net. Walks it out in front. Gives it to Ross. Ross shoots 2 feet wide. Peacock now with a shot. Knocked down by Ross. Peacock with a shot. Things are getting a little pushy. Puck's down. Cleaser can't quite hold it in, so they'll regroup at the red line. Over to Cruiser. Cruiser up ahead to Sheehy. Sheehy works it on the near boards. Jackson Heacock will chase beyond below the goal line. Over to Sheehy. Sheehy up to Cruiser. Cruiser on net, just wide. Joseph Ross wins the race. Centers to Sheehy, who can't quite get a stick on it. Back out to Cruiser. Shot deflected in front. Sheehy's got it in the corner. Walks behind the net. Loses it there. Cruiser steps in from the blue line. He'll walk it down. Heacock behind the net. Gets it back up to Kleesner. Kleesner shot. Saved by Carl. Sammy Ruiz, Cody Sweeney, and Callan Mesrich come out for the faceoff. They've got it below the goal line. Ruiz finds Sweeney at the slot. Mesrich behind the net. Back to Ruiz. Can't quite get it in. Spangler's got it at the point. Down to Mesrich. Over to Sweeney in the slot. Shot. Saved by Carl. And we'll get a whistle. Puck's down. Kretz can't hold on at the blue line, so it'll go all the way the length of the ice. Stoll leaves it there for Kretz. Kretz spins and loses his man. Long pass stolen at the blue line by Ames. They'll pitching wedge it over the net. Mesrich brings it down the near boards. Ames steals it there, knocks it back to center ice. Kretz has got it now. He'll wheel to Ruiz. Ruiz carries it into the zone, leaves it for Sweeney. Sweeney turns it over there. Ames has got it. They'll play it up. Stolen at the last second by Poles. Sweeney's got it. Shot towards the net. Saved by Carl. Puck's down. Ames has got control of it. They'll carry it out of the zone. Cross ice pass. They leave it there to no one. Soft little pass. Liam Henry's got it now. They'll clear the zone. CJ Mueller down the middle of the ice across the blue line. Puck forced wide. Mueller carries it all the way out of the zone. Back to Beschen. Mueller's got it again. Loses it there. Beschen's got it back on the blue line. Michael Poles with the steal just outside the blue line. He'll carry it into the corner. Loses an edge and he's down. Michael Poles is going to get a roughing penalty here. Puck's down. Ames has it. A bit of a power play here. Beschen gets it. Shoots the length of the ice. Callan Mesrich is going to be the first man there. He'll play it to the far side. Sweeney shot on net. Saved by Carl. Puck's down. Ames has got it. They'll carry it out of the zone. Cross the red line. Dance it wide around Cruiser. Hits the brakes. They'll set up the power play with a horrible pass that comes out of the zone. Cross ice pass. They've got it on the far side. Into the zone. Cruiser clears it out. They'll regroup. This is an odd place to set up a power play, but that carries it into the zone. Into the slot. Saved by Stoll. Bastion collects the rebound. Plays it off to Sweeney. Sweeney sends an aerial pass. Mesrich is going to be the first man to it. He'll take it to the corner there. Dump it behind the net. Ames tries to break it out again. They can't connect on the pass. Bastion dumps it down again. Carl's got it behind the net. He leaves it there. Heacock forces the issue. Plays it back to his own D. Bastion to Kratz. Out to Heacock, who can't quite get it. It'll go down below the goal line. Carl stop it there. Plays it around. Xander Sheehy on the near boards. Ames brings it in. They've got it across the blue line. Down below the goal line. Walks it behind the net. Shot from the point. Wide. Sheehy on the near boards. Can't quite get it. Bastion's got a piece of it now. He'll send it bouncing down the ice. Penalty on pulls is expired. Ames will walk it down. Stolen there by Spangler. Knocked out. Nico Ruiz comes down. Wide open shot. Saved by Carl. Joseph Ross on the far side. Plays it down to Ruiz. Ruiz shoots. Save. Walked around. Goal. So Saints jump out to a 1-0 lead. Goal by Ruiz. They'll knock it down below the goal line. Kleesner's over there as they battle for it on the far boards. Netherly knocks it back in. Bouncing puck. Mueller battles for it behind the goal line. Wrapped around to the far side. That's why Kleesner there. He plays it down to Michael Poles. Poles shoots. Saved by Carl. Puck's down. Shot wide. It's on the near boards. Liam Henry over there to get it. Xander Sheehy digs it out. Back to the middle. Stolen by Heacock. Heacock throws it back to Bastion. Bastion holds it in. Throws it down low to Heacock again. He'll try and chip it up. Bastion can't quite hold it in. Squirts back out to center ice. Heacock gives it to Henry. Henry over to Ruiz. Ruiz across the far side. Battled there. Heacock's got it. Walks it to the net. Shot saved by Carl. Ruiz in for the faceoff. Wins it through. Shot. Save. Puck's down into the corner. That's Ruiz with it now. Shot saved by Carl. Puck's down. Deutsch gives it back to Kretz. Kretz throws it down below the goal line to Ross. Ross has got it in the corner, gives it over to Ruiz. Ruiz throws it out in front. Ross gets it. Saved by Carl. Puck's down. Saints have it. Ruiz gives it to Spangler. Spangler puts it towards the net. Carl's got it with the save. Puck's down. Saints have control momentarily. Ames takes it. They'll take it out the zone into neutral ice. Knock loose there. Ruiz wins the race. Deutsch has got it into the slot. Walks to the near side. Shot. Goal. Looks like it was Nico Ruiz on the backside that tucked in that Deutsch rebound. Puck's down and offsides. Puck's down. Kleesner puts it into the zone. Mueller can't quite hold it there. Battle for it center ice. Mueller turns with it. Brings it to the near side. Tries to get around his man. Can't. He's knocked down. Netherly comes into the corner. Puck behind the net, and that'll do it for the first period. Puck's down. Having a little problem with my clock application. Maybe I got it now. I do have it now. Master feeds it across the middle of Sweeney, who takes a shot, saved by Carl. Sweeney gets his own rebound, takes it to the near corner, leaves it for Beshin. Beshin across the ice. Henry can't quite get a good handle on it, takes it out to center ice, plays it in front of the board. Sammy Ruiz dumps it deep. That's Kellen Messerich behind the net. Throws it out in front. Blocked. Ames carries it into the zone on the far side around Henry. Into the corner. Centering attempt to no one. Down behind the goal line. Sammy Ruiz has it. Long cross ice pass to no one for an ice. Puck's down. Ames has it. Out to the blue line. Tipped there by Peacock. Gets by Sheehy. On the far side. Now that he's got it in the corner. Turns. Sheehy's got it on the far side. He'll carry it out. Stolen there just at the blue line. Knocked back in. Cruiser's got it on the far side. He'll break it out to Sheehy. She centers it to Heacock. Heacock's got a whole lot of open ice. Shot, save, goal! So Sheehy on the far side with a nice feed to Heacock, who found some open ice, raced down and got a little trickler to go past Carl. Puck in front. Oh! Squeeze loose. Cruiser throws a wedge at the net. Heacock's got there, kicks it back to Kleesner. Fired on net just outside of Netherly. Cruiser's got it, fires it towards the net. Around the back of the net. Netherly knocks it on the back of the net. It's knocked off. Sheehy comes in, scoops it up. Walks it to the top of the circle, cuts back. Leaves it for Netherly in the corner. Thrown to the net again. Sheehy knocks it back behind the net. It's battled out in the corner. Cruiser back down below the goal line. Ruiz has it there, stripped away. Fired wide of the net. Cruiser's got it on the far side. Knocked into the corner. And they'll bring it up the far side. Ruiz back on defense. Picks it up. He'll carry it through center ice. Takes it wide, leaves it for Ross. Ross fires. Deflected wide. Spangler's got it. She'll fire it towards the net. Blocked by the defense. He'll clear it out. That'll go the length, but on net. So Stoll will be forced to play it. Leads it for Kretz. Fires it up the near side. On net. Stoll knocks it up to the side. We're coming up the far side now. Cross ice pass. Into the near corner. Aims at the shot. Stoll controls it and throws it off to his right. Ross up to Deutsch. Deutsch carries it through the neutral zone. Shot 2 feet wide of the net. Kretz can't quite hold it in, so it squirts back out to neutral ice. Kretz has got it there. Dumps it in to Carl. Carl makes a save, kicks it to the corner. Ross gets it and fires it 3 feet wide of the net. Battle below the goal line. That's Poles and Mueller. Mueller's got it now. Walks it to the middle, loses it to the corner. Netherly tries to kick it back to Miller, who's not there. Mueller's got it in the slot, loses an edge and goes down. Henry can't quite hold it at the blue line. Michael Poles regains control, carries it in, top of the circle. Shot saved by Carl. Poles has got it from the faceoff dot, saved by Carl. Ames knocks it loose. And we'll go for a change while Beshin goes back to collect it. He fires it up the ice. Poles gets a piece of it. Back to Beshin. Beshin's got it now. Turns, back up to Poles. Can't quite handle it. Ames has got it at center ice. They'll dump it in. Beshin's got it. Tries to fire up the middle to Mesrich, who didn't see it coming. And we'll go for an ice. Puck's down. Cruiser plays it around the back to Pleasner. Pleasner up to Sweeney. Sweeney's got it there. Knock loose. Battle for it, center ice in front of the benches. Knocked down into the Ames corner. Wrapped around to the far corner. Back to Cruiser. Cruiser shot on net. 2 feet wide. And puck is out of play. Puck's down. Cruiser's got it. Plays it far side to Mesrich behind him. Mesrich recovers. Carries it into the zone. Fires it on net. Saved by Carl. And we'll get a whistle. Puck's down. Saints have it. Back to Spangler. Spangler knocks it down to the corner. Sweeney's got it behind the net. Walks it to the corner. Carries it up front. Gives it to Kretz. Kretz dumps it down low. Back to Mesrich behind the net. Lost control up to Spangler, who fire it back down to Mesrich. Mesrich gives it to Sweeney in the slot. Sweeney shoots. Saved by Carl. Puck's down. Ross goes to get it out of the corner. Wrapped around to the near side. Kretz is there. Holds it in, fires it down. Heacock battles for it. Squirts out to neutral ice. Spangler knocks it back in. Heacock throws a hit in front of the boards. Sheehy's got it here. Walks it to the middle. Shot, saved. Rebound, squirts off to the side. Ames will carry it out. Sheehy manages to hold it in. Knocked it down below the goal line. Jackson Heacock will go to get it there. In the corner, he'll fire it back to Henry. Henry shoots it towards the net. Deflected wide. Beshin's got it now. Walks it to the middle. Beshin's got it behind the net. Tries to wrap it around. Kicks out to Deutsch, who buries it. Puck's down. Dubuque has it. Back to Beshin. Beshin dumps it in to no one. Puck's down. Deutsch has got it there. He'll carry it out of the zone. Kicks it up to Ruiz. Deutsch takes it back. Walks it to the slot. Shot. Saved by Carl. Puck's down. Squirts loose. Natalie gets a shot on net, and Carl quickly covers. Puck's down. Back to Henry. Henry fires it towards the net. Pops up over Carl. Defense clears it out. Deutsch has got it behind the net. Plays it back to Ruiz. Battle on in the corner. It squirts loose. That's Brianna Olsen down there. Beshin plays it down below the goal line. Off to the corner for Netherly. Netherly centers. Quick battle in front there. Couldn't quite get a shot off. Ruiz has got it behind the net now. Walks it out. Centers. Loose puck in front. Squirts to the near boards. They get it around Beshin. And it'll go for an ice. Puck's down. Shot. Saved by Carl. Puck's down. Shot towards the net. Saved by Carl. Out in front. Bowles gets it to Ross. Ross puts it in. Puck's down. Kleisner holds it in. Up to Ross. Ross sends it across to no one. That's going to go for an ice. Puck's down. Ames has it momentarily. Battled on the near boards by Beshin and Ross. Squirts out. Ames wheels. Slot, or shot from the slot, just wide. Squirts back out to the point. Another shot, blocked in front by the defense. Another shot, another block. Shot, over the net, squirts out in front, Stoll's down. Back out to the middle. Mueller's got it there, carries it wide. Gets rubbed off the puck and loses it. Ames has got it going the other way. Michael pulls with the steal. Dances around his man at the blue line. Ames has got it in the near corner. Sweeney with the steal. Ruiz with the steal. Ames plays it up the middle. Spangler's got it there. Ruiz plays it up to Mesrich. Mesrich has got Sweeney in front. Can't quite get it to him. Battled on. In front of the net. They walk around Sweeney. Cross the blue line. Shot towards the net. Just over. Walked in front of the net. Stole with the save. Beshin and Henry will jump out to replace the D. Ruiz, Mesrich, and Sweeney will stay out. Forward line. Puck's down. Mesrich is, no, that's Henry on the far side. Back to Beshin. Beshin floats it up to Sweeney. Stolen there. Ames has got it in the slot. Ruiz now. High off the glass. Up to Mesrich. Stolen there by Ames, and they'll counter. Out of the zone. Shot. Tipped just in front by Mesrich. Ames has got it. They'll fire it the length of the. Will get caught and trickle inside the blue line. Henry's got it there. Doubles back. And plays it up to Ruiz. Ames has got it. Dumps it into the zone. Stolten will go back and stop it. Ames shot. Saved by Stoll. Puck's down. Kleesner's got it in the corner. Refs are on the back of the boards. Ames tries to get it out. Heacock's got it. Leaves it there for Netherly. Puck pops loose. Sheehy and Heacock battle for it on the near boards. Squirts it back to Kleesner. Gets it on net. Kleesner, high slot. Shot down. Sheehy on the near side. Nice save by Carl. Tries to throw it out in front. Wrapped around to the near side. Kleesner's down there to get it. Can't quite hold it. They'll get around him. Cruiser comes over and takes the puck and the man. He's got it below the goal line now. Sheehy battles for it on the far side. Squirts it out of the zone. Puck battled for in front of the Saints bench. Played to the far side. He can't quite steal the puck. Kleesner's got it there. That's Cruiser, not Kleesner. Now it's Kleesner. Up to Sheehy. Gets a piece of it just inside the red line for avoid the ice. Deutsch battles for it below the goal line. Ames has got it there. Knocked loose by Ruiz. Puck squirts all the way back to the big defensive zone. They'll regroup back there. Played around the back to Kretz. Shot on that. Saved by Stoll. Deutsch has got it. He'll bring it through the middle with some speed. Kicks it up to Ruiz. Ruiz through the blue line. Shot saved by Carl. And we'll get a whistle. Puck's down. Ross gets it back to Spangler. Spangler throws it towards the net. Carl with the save. Deutsch plays it down to Ross. Ross in the corner. Deutsch has got it now. Left on the back of the net. Ross tries to wrap it around. Can't quite get it in. Spangler sends it over to Ruiz. Ruiz sends it towards the net. Squirts wide. Deutsch has got it there. Ruiz out to Kretz. Kretz towards the net. Defenseman tips it in front. Played to the front. Knocked down there. Ames has got it. They'll carry it out of the zone. Through the neutral zone. Kretz dumps him there. Spangler in the far corner up to Ruiz. Ruiz circles back. Long pass to Deutsch. Deutsch brings it into the zone. Throws it towards the net. Just wide. Comes out the other side. Ames has got it. Played into the Dubuque zone. That's the Ames zone. Shot on net. Saved by Stoll. And saved by the Bell. Puck's down for the third period. Ames has got it in the neutral zone. He's got it on the near side. Ames controls at center ice. Sweeney's got it on the far side. Walks across the blue line. Cleared. Ames carries it back in though. Sweeney's got it on the far side. Walks down below the goal line. Loses it there. Knocked off the puck. And that's going to be offsides. Puck's down. Neutral ice comes back to Cruiser. He'll have to go back and get it. Back to the corner. Plays it up to Ruiz. Ruiz long pass to Deutsch. It's not going to get there, and we're going to go for an ice. Puck's down. Duke's got it. I'll play it up to Ruiz. Ruiz to Deutsch. Deutsch is one-on-one. He'll take it wide. By his man. Walks around. Misses the net. Ames has got it. They'll try and break it out. Ross in the corner. Centers it to Ruiz, who can't quite put it in. Ames has got it behind the net. Played out to center ice. Ross knocks it up to Kleesner there. Out to Deutsch, who doesn't see it. Cruiser's got it. Carries it into the zone. Leaves it for Deutsch. Can't quite get a handle on it. Walks around to the corner, front of the net. Loose puck. Squirts out to Netherly. Netherly pounds it back in. Popped over the net. Netherly again in the corner. Rubbed off the puck from behind. Walks around the back. Kicks it out to Kretz. Kretz gives it back to Netherly. Netherly towards the front. West with the save. Might be getting a call on the far side there. Puck to Poles. Back to Spangler. Spangler throws it to the net. It's blocked by the defender in front. And cleared the zone. Back to center ice. Ames wins the race to the faceoff. Or right, puck. Shoots it wide. Mueller on the far side. Can't quite get it out. Ames towards the net. Saved by Stoll. Kretz has a little problem with it. He'll circle it back to Spangler. Spangler just out of the reach of Mueller. Michael Poles up to Netherly. Gets knocked out for an ice. Puck's down. Sweeney back to Henry. Shot on net. Tipped wide. Ruiz has got in the corner over to Sweeney. Sweeney around the boards. Up to Henry. Shot on net. Hits Mesericks in the chest. Sweeney grabbed it. Tried to set it down and put it in. Saved by Carl. Puck's down. Ames has got it out of the zone. And that's offsides. Puck's down. Cross ice pass to Sweeney. Can't quite get a piece of it. Comes loose to center ice. Ames carries it into the zone on the wide side. Puck knocked loose behind the net. Walked out in front. Shot. Just wide. Ames holds it in. Knocked loose again. Battle for on the near side. Bastion knocks down centering pass. Throws it up the middle of the Mesrich, who tips it to Sweeney. We got a 2-0. Sweeney scores. That'll get us to a 6-goal running clock. Puck's down. Puck goes down below the goal line. Peacock battles for it there. Knocks it loose to Sheehy in the corner. Sheehy cuts back. Back again below the goal line. Walks around the back of it. And they pinch him off it there. Ames across the blue line. Around Ross. Down to the goal line. All the way around. Knocks it loose. Cruiser's got it. Plays it up to Sheehy. Across the blue line. Tries to walk his man. Can't quite do it. Ross with the steal in the corner. Cleveland gets a shot. We're going to get a penalty. Puck's down. Back to Bastion. Over to Sweeney. Top of the circle. Over to Mesrich. Mesrich shoots. Saved by Carl. Puck's down. Mesrich over to Bastion. Or Sweeney, who just holds it in. Back to Bastion. Bastion over to Mesrich. Over to Sweeney. Shot. Saved. Kicks back to Bastion. Bastion knocks it down the far wall. Ruiz battles for it there. Kicks it up to Sweeney. Sweeney over to Mesrich. Mesrich towards the net. Saved by Carl. Puck loose. Ruiz has got it over to Sweeney. Sweeney top of the circle. Shot. Save. Puck's down, back to Beshin. Beshin plays it over to Mesrich. Mesrich over to Sweeney, top of the circle, shot. Tipped wide over the net. Sweeney's got it again. Over to Beshin, back to Sweeney, over to Ruiz. Mesrich down low. Tipped wide of the net. That'll kill the power play. And we'll get an ice. Puck's down. Deutsch has got it on the far side. He'll play it back to Spangler. Spangler at the blue line. Shot towards the net. Off the post. Off the post. I think those posts are wider on that goal. It's the fifth one we've hit this weekend. Pass Nolan Kretz. Back out to center ice. Spangler will play it in. Stolen by Ames there. We're going to get an offsides call. Puck's down. Ames has got it. Cross ice pass. Ames has got it through the neutral zone. Back to Beshin. Beshin up to Sweeney. Sweeney knocks it in on the far side. Centers to Ruiz. Tipped wide over the net. Puck's down. Ames chips it wide. They'll race to it to center ice, and they're offsides. Puck's down. Ames has got it back at the D. They'll play it down into Beshin. Beshin long pass, stolen at center ice. Ames will chip it down. West will play it to the corner. Sweeney around the back of the net. No one sees that. There it is. Sweeney's got it at the face-off dodge. Tipped. Ames will bring it out of the zone. Ruiz with an ice. Puck's down. Ames has got it on the near boards. Battled there. Spangler's got it in the corner. Played to the far side. Kretz plays it up. Mueller can't get a handle on it. Squirts out of the zone. Ames on the counterattack. Knocked down below the goal line. Off the far side. Mueller's got it now. Loses it there. Ames turns. Knocks it out of the zone now. They'll collect and take it back to the defensive zone. Back up the near boards. Dumped in. Not icing. Beshin's got it below the goal line. They'll play it on the far side. Up to Poles. Poles loses it there. Through the middle. Poles again. Mueller has it. Can't quite control it. Beshin on the far side. Loses it for Sweeney. Sweeney gets a shot. It's wrapped around the far side. Sweeney in the corner now. Plays it up to Henry, who holds it in. Shot towards the net. Down below the goal line. Ames has got it on the near side. They'll feather it out through the middle. Breakaway, 2-0. Shot just wide. Mesrich on the breakaway. Tries to dump it to Sweeney. Battle 4 on the far side. Sweeney's got it at the faceoff dot. Covered there. Puck down. Heacock's got it. Back to Beshin. Tipped in front. Ruiz gives it to Sweeney. Stolen there. Sheehy wraps around the back. He's got it below the goal line. Kicks it up to Beshin. Beshin over to Sweeney. Sweeney walks to the shot. Goal. Puck's down. Sweeney's got it on the far side. Saved by Carl. He calls a timeout. Puck's down. Ames has got it on the near side. Squirts out of the zone. All the way down the ice below the goal line. Ames has got it there. Squirts out in front. Sweeney's got it down below the goal line. And that's the game.
And that will wrap up our JV contest. Final score 7 for the Duke, 0 for Ames. Shots on goal 54 for the Saints, 11 for the Cyclones. We'd like to congratulate Ames on a great season. Thank you for coming to the Duke. We appreciate it.